Well, hello, friends of the leaf. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm trying to get this tablet adjusted here. Um, it's been tough to get used to filming with this thing, getting it the right height, and I have the worst time remembering where the camera is, where I can look into the camera and not be looking off. And then when your eyes are failing you too, now it's tough. I went to the eye doctor the other day, and um, I've been seeing the same eye doctor, this optometrist. He and my dad are friends, and I've been seeing him for the last 25 years, and in the last 23 years, this is on, yeah, since I've been seeing him, actually, yeah, in 25 years, it's only the second time I've had to up my prescription, and last week he had to up it, and it took a pretty big jump. Matter of fact, to the point I need bifocals, but he said, "Nah, just go get you a dollar pair of cheap dollar store glasses," and that's what I did. And because I wear contacts, and I've got a pair of glasses ordered, new pair of glasses ordered. I just don't want to go bifocal. If I can take them off, like if at night, if I take my contacts out and I take the glasses off, I wear my glasses to read at night. I mean, to watch TV. If I'm laying in the bed watching TV or something, and if I'm reading, I just take the glasses off and I can see fine without them. But little housekeeping, I decided I wanted a cigar tonight. I'm smoking a Romeo Julieta Medianoche. It's a pretty good little smoke. But I've been kind of under the weather. This is actually the first cigar I've had. I got sick Saturday afternoon, and my wife and I had went to eat catfish uptown, and by the time we sat down, I started running a temperature, and I may have already told y'all this. I don't know. I don't think I've made a video since then. And got the chills, and I shook for 2 days, seems like. Matter of fact, I took yesterday and today off work. I've got to get back in the barrel tomorrow. But still got my taste screwed up a little bit. But no, everything's going pretty good other than that little deal. Talked to a good friend Wallace on the phone, and some of y'all know him as Mr. Tree Stump 4, and he's got that gum. He's got, what's his new name? Cigar Leaf? He changed it, but all you old timers know who I'm talking about. And Wallace and I have been friends now for about 3 years, and I know he's had a lot of encouragement, a bunch of encouragement in the last couple of days. He's probably had, I ain't no telling how many people wanting him to make videos, especially in the last couple of days. And I don't know that he ever will again. And Wallace is a lot like I am, and a lot of the other old timers. It just got to the point where, when you have to take all the safeguards that we have to do now to keep your channel from getting sabotaged. That's one of the reasons. I've been busy, but I just got to where I just didn't. I just kind of backed away from it, because you're constantly getting these ugly messages, and the thumbs down is just, it is what it is. It's going to happen. I've been getting hit now for about a year, and like I say, I'm about like Wallace. He and I talked, and it's just, I still comment on some videos and watch, and have remained really good friends with some people on here that hopefully be lifelong friends with, and I may start easing back into it. But like I say, you have to make all these safeguards to keep your channel from getting sabotaged. And the community changed a while back, and I'm not talking about necessarily what you discuss on your channel, but it wasn't made up of people that would go around and sabotage and thumbs down and do things. It was made up of gentlemen and ladies that came together for the love of the briar or for the leaf, be it in a cigar or a fine bowl of pipe tobacco. I mean, and it's really, there's a certain element that's just not in that same mode. And I don't mean that. I mean, let the flaming begin. There's some fine, fantastic people, and there's some newcomers that have just came on the scene in the last 2 or 3 months that seem like awfully nice people. And I need to really make an effort to get to know these people more. And I intend to do that, soon, and just reach out to some of them. I've gotten several new subs in the last few days, and a lot of them are from these newer people, and I've subbed them back, and gonna try to make it a point this week and this weekend to look into some of their videos and watch some of them. But no, I've known Wallace, like I say, about 3 years, and he. Let me just say this right now. Wallace is a fine man. He's cut from the mold of the gentleman's club that used to be here. He's a good human being. He's an honorable man, and he's an honest man. If he tells you something, you can take it to the bank. If he tells you something, you can take that to the bank. And he's a good guy, and I consider it an honor to call him a friend. And he's really been wanting me to get on and Skype with them and do the virtual pipe meet. I get an invite every week to do the virtual pipe meet, and I started to do it Saturday. And just like I say, I didn't feel good, and it was my intention all last week to do it Saturday, and I was running like I say, a horrible fever Saturday night, so I didn't do it. A lot of them do the Skype thing, and now that my computer's back out of the shop, and of course I don't even get on the laptop much anymore, but now that it's back, I need to reset up a Skype account. I can't find the password. I don't remember what the password was on our other one, because we used to Skype with our son when he was in Baton Rouge on a regular basis, and my wife and I, either one, can't remember the password to the account, so I'll just set up another one. But that's where a lot of these old timers have went, is they're on the virtual pipe meet, and they're on the Skype, and that's exactly where I'm fixing to head. And matter of fact, this week, and that just seems to be the safest route to go, and that way you can kind of control a little more of who's doing what, you know where it's coming from, and there's not this behind the scenes bull crap going on. And but I believe Wallace's new handle is Cigar Leaf, and I wished he'd make videos. He does a lot of cigar stuff now. He still smokes a pipe. He was into vaping, and but he's like I am. He's gotten heavy into the cigars, but he still smokes his pipe. He's got several pipes left, and he gave away a bunch of pipes to people. Sent them out all over the country. Some expensive pipes he sent out to some good folks, and he's just a good guy. And but whether he smokes a pipe or whether he smokes cigar, it's all about the leaf, and he's as much a part of this community. There are several people that have never made a video that comment on my videos, and they never will make a video, but I consider them just as much a part of this community as anybody that does make a video. And I've got some that never have smoked a pipe in their life, been smoking cigars, and vice versa, and they're still a part of this tobacco pipe and cigar community. It is what it is. But if you get a chance to sub him, I'm sure he'll comment on this video, and you can look down there, you can look below and see, catch his name, sub him. He may he'll make you a good friend, and he may up and start making videos one day. You never know. He's certainly getting encouragement from a lot of us to do it. And maybe one day he will make a few alone, but well, I hadn't done a whole lot of modeling because I hadn't felt like it, but I did get out today, and the temperature got up enough to where I felt comfortable to go out and do a little spraying, and I painted the little Ford Torino. Well, here's the little Ranchero, little 60 model Ford Ranchero. Of course, you seen it the other day. It was primed white, and of course now it's painted white, and that's going to be the color of this one. But this is one that I'm excited that came out just really. The color of this one just really blew me away. It's just the can didn't do it justice, and I've got to put another coat on it. One more coat, possibly two. And this is the little 70 model Ford Torino. Look at the green. Now, you know, this is I mean, look at this. Like I say, it'll get one more coat, possibly two. And I've got some rough edges down here on the bottom where it was a little thin, and so it settled down here a little bit. So all this has got to be sanded out on both sides. It's the only place it messed up. Primed and flushed, and go back and respray that. So it's going to probably have to have two coats on it, all total. But this green is, and like I say, it's the lighting in here is not, you can see the metal flake in it. Just, I was, the can didn't do it justice. I'm just blown away at the color. I'll do another kit in that color, I guarantee you. And that's similar to the color that it wanted it to be on the box. But it wasn't the exact color. They didn't have that at Hobby Lobby. They were out of that one, so I chose this one, and I'm glad I did. Comes with the striping on the side of it, too, which is a lighter lime green that'll go on it. I don't know that I'll put it on it. We're going to wait and see what it looks like when it gets finished. But I thought I'd work on putting some of the engine together on that one. Here's the engine that's going in the 65 Chevy. It's a little 283 Chevy V8. It's ready to go on the chassis, and I'll probably finish it up tonight. Get the chassis and all, everything finished on it where I can set the cab on it, maybe tomorrow night or the next. But I tell you, I'm thinking about going bass fishing this weekend. It's supposed to be up, I think, Saturday, 60 degrees, and had a friend of mine was out on the river last week. Now, it's been cold here. It's been cold and rainy, and he said the water temperature on the river, which, mind you, keep in mind the river's deep, a lot deeper than the lake where I go, and a lot deeper, and probably 3 times as deep. And it was 48 degrees is what his depth finder was showing. And the pre-spawn bass, the big, we'll call the hogs, the big females are beginning to make their way toward the nest now. There's some whoppers being caught out of the lake, being pulled out, and they're right headed for the beds. And so some of them may be even on the beds, and I don't know. I'm gonna guess probably the lake temperature is gonna be 50, 51. If I was guessing, and at 50 or above, I'm good with it. I can go out and do a little of that. But I'm gonna fish a lizard, plastic lizard, this weekend, and go out and see, because they hate that lizard. Boy, those bass hate that lizard. Actually a salamander, but it's, they just do them in the shape of a lizard. But the baits is called lizards, but I expect the lizard is their worst enemy, a bass, and they will. It's an enemy in that it steals their eggs, from these beds, and what they'll do, you have the technique when you're fishing on the beds. The nests are a little different, and you don't get that reactionary strike as much as you would. You don't feel it. And of course, as you know, some of you that don't know anything about bass fishing, there's no cork, so you don't see a cork bob under the water. You strictly react. You feel it in your rod. You feel the bump, and when you feel it, you better set that hook off. But now, when you're on the beds, the nest, you may not get that bump. You may not get it. The reactionary, what you see is you'll see your line moving a little bit. And what's happened is that bass has picked that lizard up, and she's going to kill it. Of course, the males, once she lays the eggs, she'll even go on back off into the wilds, and the male will come in then and guard the bed. He'll guard the eggs. And when the little ones are born, she'll come back and run him off, because he'll eat the little ones. She'll run him off, and he'll go on back out. But they both will pick it up and move it. And I guess they may kill it. I don't know. They just move it and drop it. But you got to watch that line, and when you see it moving, you yank that line, because what they're doing is getting that joker. They're going to move it away and kill it, or they're just trying to get it out of its nest. But the big ones are coming in now, so I don't want to miss that opportunity. I missed a big portion of the pre-spawn last year, and I don't want to do it this year, but I don't want to get out there when it's 40 degrees, 30s and 40s. I just can't do it. If it's in the mid 50s, 55 and above, I'll go, preferably 60 and above. And this weather around here, see, they're already calling for winter remix again next week. So, of course, it could be sun shining and 70 degrees, or it could be Louisiana weather. It could be snowing and 25 for the high. You just never know. But I've got a new trolling motor. I've got a new Minn Kota trolling motor, and I've got a new Humminbird depth finder that I've had put on the bow of the boat. And I've got the factory depth finder that sits by the console where the steering wheel is. But I had one mounted on the bow where I can see it. And of course, it's a depth finder and fish finder too. So I may get out there one afternoon and run a little bit and kind of check some areas out and see what the temperature is. Go from there. If I take Miss Emily with me, I may get her to film a little of it. It's just hard to film. I may get her to film a little of it for y'all. It's just hard to film and cast and do. So I've had several people say, well, I ought to make a fishing video when you go, and I'm going to do that if I can figure out a way to do it one day. Well, golly, we done got to 18 minutes, and I didn't mean to take up that much of y'all's time. Y'all take care. Have a good one. And as always, we'll catch you later. And until then, God bless you.